We start without wasting time. कनिका, वरुण, मेहर प्रसाद.
Yes, ma'am.
सो एकदा फक्त तू कन्फर्म कर. बहुतेक तो आज तो यश गायकवाड येणार नाहीये, तन्वी नाहीये आणि तो हा नाहीये. सो ओमकार आणि जस्ट एकदम आपल्या यश मागोवा करला सांग.
यश येतोय आय गेस.
यश येतोय ना. सो आता ना, as we have discussed, so today I'm going to discuss the lesson states of matter, lesson number 10. Shall we start? Do you have the textbook in front of you, everyone? Kanika, Meher Prasad, Varun?
Yes, ma'am.
So, this is like this lesson we have actually already done in our school level. I think that day we have completed the whole book back exercise of that chemical equilibrium. So, no doubt in that. So, shall I start with this lesson? This lesson is again easy lesson. The lesson, this we have done in 9th standard. So, states of matter, lesson number 10, gases and liquid state. They have deleted complete liquid state from our syllabus. We don't have liquid state this year, and there is no resemblance of liquid state to my 12th standard also. So we have gaseous state. So if you recollect what we have seen in our school level, see, in our school level, when we have studied the states of matter, we have studied basically the three states of matter, that is a solid state, liquid state, gas state. In the you can say that by the mathematical theory of matter, we have seen as a whole particles of the matter which are present in that. So in solid state, the particles are very close to each other. The liquid, the particles are very far away. So initially, I'll just recollect the thing what we have seen in our lower grade. So we have seen about the properties of the gaseous substance. So in our 9th standard, we have seen gas laws. It's the copy paste lesson which we have to study in our 11th standard. So gas laws, whatever we have seen. So initially, if you recollect the thing, Kanika, Meher Prasad, do you remember? Do you remember? I think Varun, tula nasel ha law. Kanika, Meher Prasad, do you remember about gas laws something?
हो मॅम.
आठवतोय? कनिका, कनिका, Kanika, can you hear me? Okay. So the thing is that the thing what we have learned in our 9th standard, it's a copy paste we are going to learn in our 11th standard. So we are going to talk about the full properties of matter, that is gas laws. But we are going to see some like the bonding that we have not done in our school level. So we are going to see the bonding which is present in that gaseous molecules. So after that, we are going to see all the gas laws, which includes Boyle's law, Charles' law, ideal gas equation. This is the lesson. So the numericals which are based on that gas law, done with the lesson. Okay. Ata, what is the resemblance of this lesson number 10? Hello, good morning, Yash. So please open your textbook. I'm on the page number to 135, states of matter. See, whatever we like, what is the resemblance, in what way this lesson is connected to my 12th standard. Let's see first that part, and then we'll start with this lesson. See, in 11th standard, they have given me the description of two states of matter. That's the gaseous state and the liquid state. Out of that, the entire 85 to 90% lesson of 11th standard is completely dealing with the gaseous state, in which we are going to study the kinematical theory of the states of matter, that is gas. We are going to study all the gas equations, gas laws. Yash आपण 9th standard ला केलेला आहे. That is Charles law, that we are going to learn. And the liquid state, they have been deleted in my 11th standard. So that is my content of 11th standard. In my 12th standard, the first lesson of chemistry, which is solid state. So in detail, I'm going to learn about gases and liquids in 11th standard with the no continuation, kahi resemblance nahi hai, but we have the 12th standard first lesson, which is solid state. So where in we are going to work the detailing work about the properties of solid. So I suppose you are understanding what I'm saying. Varun, Yash, Kanika, Meher Prasad. Are you all understanding what I'm saying?
Oh,
कळतंय? Meher Prasad, Yash, Kanika. सो विथ दिस बॅकग्राऊंड सो मला एक गोष्ट क्लिअर झाली की आपण 11th स्टँडर्डला गॅसेस आणि लिक्विड्स बघतोय आणि 12th स्टँडर्डला मला सॉलिड स्टेट बघायचंय. म्हणजे सॉलिड स्टेटमध्ये मग तो सॉलिड स्टेट, मग तो सॉलिड एखाद्या एलिमेंटचा सॉलिड असेल, लाईक एनी मेटल कॅन बी अ सॉलिड स्टेट, किंवा तो सॉलिड एखाद्या आयनिक कंपाऊंडचा सॉलिड असेल, किंवा तो एक covalent compound like diamond is also a solid which is having an atom bonded with a covalent bonding. So that is my 11th 12th standard. Now let's focus on the lesson number 10, easy lesson, states of matter, that is gaseous and liquid state. Liquid state absolutely kahi nahi hai, they have been deleted in 11th standard, but let's focus about gases. So if you remember the states of matter, so first of all, let's recollect what we have seen in our school level. So for me, matter is something which we can perceive through our senses. The thing which we can see, the thing we can hear, test, that I'm calling as a matter. So matter is having a mass, matter is having a volume. Now that matter which has mass, volume, density, depending upon the kinetic energy possessed by that matter, we can divide that matter into actually three compartments. Now there are 5 states. So the school level la apan kelela hota. So let me recollect that part. So for me, when I classify matter depending upon the kinetic energy possessed by that matter, so by that theory, matter, matter, see if I'm talking about, it can be divided into solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. आता यामध्ये if I'm talking about me, I'm not discussing about the whole matter, I'm discussing about the particles of the matter, which by seeing under the microscope, if you look at the particle distance, the intramolecular particle difference between them, मी या category वर मी discuss केलं तर I'll say in solids the particles are very close to each other. In liquids they are little far from solids, and in gases they are scattered, the particles are scattered. Okay, now if I'm talking about the intramolecular forces between them, then what I'll say, the intramolecular or intraparticular forces if I discuss, then in solids, since the particles are very close to each other, the forces, the value of the forces is maximum. In liquids, less than solid, where more than gases. आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये it is minimum. If I'm talking about kinetic energy possessed by them, kinetic energy is the because of the motion. So in solids, since they are very closely packed, the kinetic energy associated is least. In liquids, it is more than solid and less than liquid, less than gases, sorry. And in gases, this kinetic energy is maximum. Okay, so if we study the kinetic theory of matter in terms of the different forms of matter, we have seen in school level the matters we can divide into solid, liquids and gases, the particular distance. So थोडक्यामध्ये मी roughly draw केलं, जर तर हा एक matter आहे of equal size, तर the particles of the solid are very close to each other, they are very close to each other, whereas in liquids they are a little far away as compared to them, and in gases they are scattered. So this is the understanding. Is it very easy? So this is what I've learned in my school level. So if I'm talking about an intramolecular distance between them, they are very close. Liquids a little far. Gases, they are scattered. When the distances are far, the forces, the attraction between them is minimum, maximum in solids, minimum in gases. The kinetic energy associated with them will be more in gases. So idealistic way मध्ये there are 5 states of matter. The lowest kinetic energy state is the Bose-Einstein state, then the solid state, then the liquid state, then the gaseous state, and the highest kinetic energy is the plasma state. So solid, liquid, gases तर मला माहिती आहेत, and we can definitely change the state of matter by changing the temperature or pressure. By changing the parameters of temperature and pressure, we can change the state of matter. See, what is Bose-Einstein state? It is between the Bose and the Einstein together. So if you super cool the gases, the particles of the gases come so close to each other that the distance between them is less than the particles of the solid. So they are of the minimum kinetic energy. Then the solids, then the liquids, then the gases, and the highest kinetic energy state is the plasma state, in which states the particles, that atoms, they are not in the neutral form, they are present in the radical form, they are present in the ions because of the so high energy, kinetic energy associated with them. The electrons are moved away from the particles, and in the plasma state the matter is not existing in an atomic form, it is mainly existing in the ionic form, and that is a condition which is present in the core of sun or any stars. Because of such a high kinetic energy plasma state, they emit this energy in the form of heat and light. And that is the reason why the stars have their own light, because they emit the energy in the form of heat and light. So this is my understanding of states of matter from my school level. Are you all understanding what I'm saying? Kanika, Varun, Meher Prasad, Yash? It's very easy. Hello everyone. सगळ्यांना कळतंय? So recollect होतं आपण जे मॅटर स्कूल लेवलला केलेलं. Can you recollect what we have done in school level? Yash, Meher Prasad, Kanika, to at least say something, or
Yes, ma'am.
Kanika, Yash, Varun, is it clear? So Atana, as I said, in this lesson, we only have to study gases. Liquids आहेत, but hardly 5% आहेत. कारण liquids मध्ये, see, आता मी जर हा विचार केला तर मला हे केल्यावर आपण पुढे काय बघितलेलं होतं? In our school level, we have discussed the properties of solid, liquids, and gases. See, Bose-Einstein and the plasma state, we don't have to study because still the research is going on. So we don't have to study. Might possible after 20, 30 years, then we have to study as a whole 5 states of matter. But what we have learned in the solid state in our school level, that the solids, the particles are very close, the intermolecular attraction is highest, the kinetic energy is least because of the cluster they are present. And because of this kinetic theory of matter, certain properties are shown with the solids, that the solids are dense, they are having a fixed shape, volume, this viscosity or flowing property. In liquids, they do not have their own shape. They occupy the shape of the container in which they are kept. You can measure them. We can calculate the volume of them. They show viscosity, which is viscosity is the flowing capacity, because all the liquids and gases we call as a fluids because they have this flowing capacity, fluidity. So liquids and gases we consider as a fluids. Gases, the particles are very far away from each other. The intermolecular forces are very less. The kinetic energy is highest. So because of it, they don't have a particular shape. Even they don't take the shape of the container in which they are kept. So they are scattered. They are fluids. They have maximum, you can say, the flowing power. They show the Brownian motion. They continuously show this movements. So all these properties we have seen in case of gases. So solids मध्ये मी डेन्सिटी मेजर, फ्लुइड्सची मी विस्कॉसिटी मेजर करू शकते. सो या इयरला मला फक्त गॅसेस बद्दलच स्टडी करायचं आणि गॅस लॉज डिस्कस करायचे. लिक्विड्स मध्ये काहीच नाही आहेत. So त्यांनी तो डिलीट केलेला पार्ट आहे, because something we have already learned when we have learned true solution about that surface tension, absorption, that are the properties. Solids, as I said, we are going to learn detailing way solids in our 12th standard. So with this background knowledge, so that part also we have done in school level. Now what else we have seen in school level? Is it possible to change the state of matter? Definitely it is possible to change the state of matter, that we can achieve by doing what? By doing that temperature change or pressure change. So by the law of conservation of energy, whatever the heat energy which you are applying to the solid, it has been used to increase the kinetic energy of that solid, and at a stage will come that solid changes to liquid. We call it as melting point at which it takes place, called as a melting point. Same is applicable to liquids to gases, which we call as what do we call them? Boiling. Okay, boiling, the temperature boiling. The same way, by decreasing pressure temperature, we can convert the gas into liquid. That's we call as a condensation. Liquid to solid, that we call as a freezing process. So solid to liquid, liquid to gases. Then we have also seen some sublimation process where the solids are directly going into the gaseous state. Then we have also seen the latent heat of vaporization, latent heat of cooling, that what is exactly taking place. So in short, this is our background knowledge. Even with the pressure, with the increase in pressure, you can increase the boiling point of matter. So we have something we have learned, I think initially आपण chemical equilibrium मध्ये जेव्हा आपण बघितलेलं होतं की मी डिस्टर्ब करू शकते equilibrium. कसा? तर with the increase in the boiling point of the gases increases. Got it? And with the decrease in pressure, the boiling point of the gases decreases. So the practical applications, the people who are living in the hilly areas at the higher altitude, since the atmospheric pressure is very less, the boiling point of the water decreases. So normally the boiling point of the water is 100 degrees Celsius. Now the water will boil at 80-85 degrees Celsius. So it becomes difficult to cook the food. So always in the hilly areas, they use the pressure cooker. Two, because in the pressure cooker, the food is cooked quickly, because this opposite funda has been used in the pressure cooker. See, under the pressure, because of the water, which normally boils at 100 degrees Celsius, will now boil at 110, 115 degrees Celsius. And water as a liquid medium is available for a larger time period, and the food is cooked quickly. So that is my background knowledge about matter, its property, how I can achieve the conversion of the states of the matter. So all that anomalous behavior of water, everything we have done in our school level. Got it? So now Apla focus in our 11th standard is that is not our focus. Got it? Now we are mainly talking, as I said, we are mainly talking about gaseous state matter. So gaseous. Now what is our focus? In our school level, we have completely discussed all the physical properties of gas or any form of matter. My main focus in my college level is to study the chemical properties, or mainly what kind of the bonding is present. So my main focus when I'm talking about liquids or gases, even for the solids, my main focus the bonding present, the chemical properties associated with that particular state of matter. So now can you relate to the lesson what exactly we are going to study in this lesson? क्लियर होते ही गोष्ट. सो विद दिस बैकग्राउंड नॉलेज लेट्स स्टार्ट. इसमें एग्जैक्टली क्या है, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद इट. सो shall I proceed? Any doubt you want to ask me? Varun, Yash, Kanika, Meher Prasad? Is this concept is perfectly, because it's a very school level concept. Any school child understands ki what is matter and how the state matter changes takes place. So that means we have done. Clear hota hai? Everything is clear? Meher Prasad, Kanika, Yash? Kanika, Yash? No reply from your side? Yash? Okay. Okay. So, Ata, let's open the page number कमिंग बँग ऑन टार्गेट. आपण आता आपला जो बिझनेसवर आपण काम करूया. सो 135 पेज नंबर ओपन केलं तर आय डोंट थिंक सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट पेज विच दे हॅव इन कॅन्सल बिकॉज इट्स अ स्कूल लेवल पेज. बट ऍक्च्युली टू हॅव दॅट अंडरस्टँडिंग आय थिंक हे इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. सो जस्ट नाव वी हॅव डिस्कस दॅट पेज. So just turn that page and come to page number 136. So what am I talking? I'm talking about gases. सो मी जे डिस्कस करणार आहे ते मी सगळं गॅसेस डिस्कस करणार आहे आणि त्यामध्ये ॲज आय सेड आय एम मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन द बॉन्डिंग. आय एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन द फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज. आय एम मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन what kind of the bonding is present. So I'm starting from 10.2, which is the intermolecular forces. See, intermolecular forces gases मध्ये least असतात. The forces depends on the distance. In gases the particles are very far, so there is very less attraction is present. So intermolecular forces are the attractive forces as well as repulsive forces present between the neighboring molecules. Repulsive forces कधी असतील जर तो एखादा कंपाऊंड आहे आणि मी फॉर एक्झाम्पल मी त्या सोडियम क्लोराईडला गेशियस स्टेटमध्ये कन्वर्ट केलं तर त्या Na+ आणि Cl- आयन्स मध्ये रिपल्सिव्ह अट्रॅक्टिव्ह फोर्सेस असतील पण देर विल बी सिमिलर चार्जेस रिपल्सिव्ह फोर्सेस. So that we are going to talk about everything. We are going to talk about the attractive forces between them, repulsive forces between them present with the neighboring molecule. The attractive forces decreases with the increase in distance between the molecule. But obvious, the intermolecular forces are strong in liquid solids, less strong in liquids, and very weak in gases. Thus, the three physical states of matter can be determined as per the strength of the intermolecular. So intermolecular forces वरनं आपण physical state determine करू शकतो. The physical properties of matter such as melting point, boiling point, vapor pressure, viscosity, evaporation, surface tension and solubility can be studied with respect to the strength of the attractive forces between the molecule. During the melting process, the intermolecular forces are partially overcome and they changes into the another state. परत तो पार्ट आहे त्याचा काही रिलेशन नाही. आय एम मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन व्हॉट काइंड ऑफ द इंटरमॉलिक्युलर फोर्सेस यू आर टॉकिंग. ते सॉलिड्स मध्ये खूप जास्त असतात, गॅसेस मध्ये कमी असतात, ते माहिती आहे. नाउ काय डिफरंट टाइप्सचे इंटरमॉलिक्युलर फोर्सेस आहेत दॅट वी आर मेन कन्सर्न विथ. देर आर 4 टाइप्स ऑफ इंटरमॉलिक्युलर फोर्सेस. डायपोल ion dipole interaction, dipole induced dipole interaction, hydrogen bonding and London dispersion. So जे काही फॉर्म ऑफ मॅटर मी स्टडी करणार आहे त्यांचे मॉलिक्युल्स, मग ते मॉलिक्युल्स एलिमेंटल फॉर्म मध्ये असतील, नॉन मेटल फॉर्म मध्ये असतील किंवा कंपाऊंड फॉर्म मध्ये असतील, त्या स्टेट ऑफ मॅटर मध्ये त्यांच्यामध्ये नेबरिंग मॉलिक्युल मध्ये पण ऍटम्स मध्ये किंवा कंपाऊंड मध्ये दोन डिफरंट एलिमेंट्सच्या आयॉन्स मध्ये किंवा कोव्हॅलंट बॉन्डिंगच्या दोन ऍटम्सच्या शेअरिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉन क्लाउड्स मध्ये to come together to form a molecule of the element, to form the molecule of a compound, there should be some binding forces. Na? So now we are discussing that binding forces which can be present in that states of matter. पहिलं आहे, मी तुम्हाला जस्ट एक्सप्लेन नाव जरी सांगितलं ना तरी तुम्हाला एक्झॅक्टली कळेल मला काय म्हणायचंय. सी हा डायपोल इंटरॅक्शन आहे ना, दिस इज द इंटरॅक्शन और दिस इज द फोर्स विच इज प्रेझेंट इन बिटवीन कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड. सो जब मैं डायपोल इंटरैक्शन की बात कर रही हूँ तो लेट्स हैव एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ऑल दोज interaction where there is a polar covalent bond. So what is a polar covalent bond? It is a formed by sharing the electron, but the electronegativity difference between the two elements or the atoms which are taking part, it's so high, different. The difference is so high that the more electronegative atom pulls the electron cloud towards itself, forming a delta negative charge and delta positive charge. So हम उसकी बात करने. So in the example, without explaining you, तुम्हाला HCl दिलेला है, which is a polar covalent compound. So HCl, which is a gas, how it is having the dipole interaction, something we have learned in when we have learned the chemical bonding. Over there we have seen na कि dipole interactions क्या have seen na ki covalent character in ionic compounds किंवा covalent character how it depends on the dipole moment. जितना difference ज्यादा होगा उतना उसका strength ज्यादा होगा and it will show partial ionic character. So तो पहिला आपण force of attraction बघणार आहोत which is dipole dipole interaction. In short we are going to talk about polar covalent bond. Got it? Ion dipole interaction. See ion dipole interaction आपण read करणार आहोत textbook मधनं, but just to give you an idea ki what is exactly that interaction is. See ion dipole interaction. So first of all ions means मैं बात कर रही हूँ electrovalent compounds. So that means I'm talking about electrovalent compounds. So that means I'm talking about all ionic compounds which forms ions. So I know ki generally ionic compound dissociates in water to form ions. So is ion dipole interaction. Let's imagine sodium chloride, common salt dissolved in water. Now, sodium chloride will dissolved in water. Water has got high dielectric constant, so it will break that electrostatic force of attraction between Na plus and Cl minus ions, thereby separating that ions in the solution. So वो जो Na plus ion है और dipole, water is itself a polar covalent compound. So उसका dipole, so ion जो Na plus है उसका और Cl minus उसका water के साथ being a polar covalent compound, जो कुछ interaction that I am calling as a ion dipole interaction. Agree? Are you understanding what I am saying? एक रफली आयडिया आली आपण काय टाइपचे इंटरॅक्शन्स बघतो. पहिला केस मधलं डायपोल डायपोल पोलर कोवैलेंट बॉन्ड. आयन डायपोल इंटरैक्शन जब मैं कोई भी आयनिक कंपाउंड को पोलर मीडियम. नाउ पोलर इंटरैक्शन दैट मीन्स दैट सॉल्वेंट शुड बी पोलर. Okay, so solvent polar, that means the water is the best example for interaction we are going to see. Third one, dipole induced interaction. If you look at the page number 137, if you look at the 10.2 diagram, then you will understand me kya like ammonia, which is a polar covalent compound. If it comes near benzene, now benzene, all hydrocarbons, they are non-polar. Got it? So मी त्या non-polar molecule polar moleculeचा जवळ आणलं तर आपण it's like a magnetic property. Induced magnetism. I'll say it's an induced magnetism. की एखाद्या मॅग्नेटच्या जवळ मी एक टाचणी आणली की ती टाचणी त्या मॅग्नेटला स्टिक होते. ती टाचणीमध्ये थोड्या टेम्पररी टाइमला एक इंड्युस्ड मॅग्नेटिझम होतं की त्या टाचणीला दुसरी टाचणी चिकटते. सो यू नो दॅट इज दिस इंटरॅक्शन. सो डायपोल इंड्यूस्ड डायपोल इंटरैक्शन. द डायपोल का मतलब है एक तो डायपोल मॉलिक्यूल पोलर कोवैलेंट मॉलिक्यूल तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. दूसरा जो होगा वो नॉन पोलर होगा एंड बिकॉज ऑफ कमिंग इन कॉन्टैक्ट ऑफ दैट पोलर मॉलिक्यूल विद द नॉन पोलर मॉलिक्यूल इंड्यूस्ड त्याच्यामध्ये ते इंटरॅक्शन इंड्यूस्ड होतं. लुक NH3 विल फॉर्म दिस आणि ते C6H6 मध्ये पण प्लस आणि मायनस क्रिएट झालं. सो इट्स अन इंड्यूस्ड डायपोल. टेम्पररी एकदा की त्या बेन्झीन वरनं मी तो अमोनिया बाजूला केला की परत तो C6H6 will be normal non-polar covalent compound. So that is a third interaction. So when I'm saying interaction, always see this interaction as a force magnitude. You see that interaction is kind of a bonding which is might be permanent or temporary, but this is kind of a bonding we are going to learn. Now hydrogen bonding. See हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग क्या है सेपरेटली. सी हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग तो फिर हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग किसके साथ होता है. हाइड्रोजन वाटर के साथ होता है. हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग तो NH3 के साथ होता है. एंड आई नो दिस वाटर एंड NH3 दे आर पोलर कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड. पण मी जर हाइड्रोजन वाल्या पोलर कोवैलेंट कंपाउंडला दुसऱ्या पोलर कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड बरोबर मी फॉर एग्जाम्पल मी जर कंपेयर केलं. सो लेट्स हैव एन एग्जाम्पल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरे पास वाटर है और लेट्स टेक अनदर पोलर कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड. क्या ले सकते हैं हम लोग. CCl4 लिया. बोथ आर पोलर कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड. बट इफ यू लुक एट दिस पोलैरिटी ना पोलैरिटी, सो याची आहे ना पोलैरिटी बिकॉज हाइड्रोजन इज लिस्ट इलेक्ट्रोनिगेटिव्ह. सो हायड्रोजन नंतर क्लोरीन येतं, मग नायट्रोजन येतं, देन इट कम्स लाईक मग सल्फर येतं, मग ऑक्सिजन येतं अँड देन कम्स ऑल द हॅलोजन्स. सो ऑलवेज मी जेव्हा कंपेअर करते ना तेव्हा हायड्रोजनची इलेक्ट्रोनिगेटिव्हिटी सगळ्यात जास्त आहे. सो ज्यामध्ये हाइड्रोजन है, द हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग polar covalent compound, polar covalent bond, the strength will be maximum. Karan, why? Because of maximum difference in electronegativity when they are sharing that electron. But तेच मी दुसरा कुठलाही घेता. Look at this CCl4. It is also there. But the difference between the electronegativity is not that high. So polar covalent compound मध्ये सुद्धा ना दोन मी सबटाइप करू शकते. That polar covalent compound जिसमें एक एटम हाइड्रोजन है and polar covalent compound where it is a non-hydrogen atom. So always remember, whenever there is a hydrogen bonding, it has to be super strong, super strong. So if you compare the hydrogen bonding polar covalent compound with the non-hydrogen bonding polar covalent compound, the magnitude of the force of attraction will be higher. So that means that the fourth interaction we are going to study, there is a hydrogen bonding which is present in the polar covalent compound, which is maximum in all about within the all polar covalent compound. Hydrogen ज्याच्यामध्ये आहे त्याचं सगळ्यात जास्त असतं. So hydrogen मध्ये पण this is the value because of the electronegativity difference. You got it what I mean to say? So this is the last. And the last one is the London dispersion force. Dispersion forces means I am talking about non-polar covalent bond. So अभी non-polar किस में होते हैं? H2, Cl2, O2, all hydrocarbons. So London dispersion forces are, these are the non-polars. So एक gross summary. मला या लेसन मध्ये थिअरी मध्ये हे सगळे इंटरॅक्शन बघायचे. जर मी ग्रॉस समरी केली तर टोटल मला 5 इंटरॅक्शन्स आर देअर इन माय. सो मी जर विचार केला ना तर मला एक कळलं की सगळ्यात जास्त कुठल्या, टेल मी, सगळ्यात जास्त कुठल्याची इंटरॅक्शन सगळ्यात जास्त येणार? कैन यू टेल मी किस सबसे ज्यादा इंटरॅक्शन किसका आएगा? कनिका, यश, टोटल 5 आहेत. So you are going to arrange them in the decreasing order of their stability or decreasing order of, like आपण उलट करूया, आपण increasing order मध्ये करूया. म्हणजे increasing order म्हणजे पहिल्यापेक्षा दुसऱ्याचा strength bondची शेवटी येईल त्याची maximum strength. So can you help me out to write down? What do you think? What do you think? मला आन्सर सांगा. Give me answer. तुम्हाला मला 1 to 5 मध्ये अरेंज देम. आता माझ्यासमोर तुम्हाला आय हॅव गिवन यू 4 टाइप्स ऑफ इंटरमॉलिक्युलर फोर्सेस. You are going to arrange them in the order of their increasing stability or increasing attraction between them. I want your answer in the chat section. तर मी जी बडबड केलेली आहे ना ती तुम्हाला कळलं, ती कळलं असेल तर इट्स टू इझी. सो ते तुम्हाला जे 5 फोर्सेस दिलेले आहेत इंटरॅक्शनचे, यू आर ऑल लाईक एव्हरीवन इज गोइंग टू सेंड मी. I is dipole interaction, 2 is ion dipole. So you are going to arrange them in the increasing order of their strength or at force of attraction. Varun, Meher Prasad, can you send me in chat section?
हो मॅम.
प्लीज पाठवा, सो दॅट मला ऍटलीस्ट कळेल ना की तुमचे सगळ्यांचे व्हिडिओज बंद आहेत. सो मला कळेल की तुम्हाला कितपत कळलंय. नाही आलं तर मी एक्सप्लेन करणारच आहे. पण थोडं तुम्ही ट्राय करा. जस्ट ट्राय फर्स्ट, यू ट्राय ऑन युअर ओन अँड इट्स ऍक्च्युअली व्हेरी इझी. So whichever I'll write down first, it will be the least force of attraction, and whichever I'll write down the last will be the highest force of attraction in that, molecule. I haven't read a single word from the interaction, but me briefing, whatever the briefing I have given you, let me see how my, okay. Meher Prasad, you are absolutely 90% you are correct. But still what I feel na कि okay. कनिका बेटा 5 है हमारे पास, 5. You haven't written about that London लिखा, हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग लिखा, डाइपोल इंड्यूस्ड डाइपोल का कहां पे रखोगे आप? यश, वरुण, मेहर प्रसाद, कनिका, your thinking is like it's on right track, but it's not perfect. I'll help you out. I'll explain you that part. Okay, okay, okay. So आपने जो लिखा है वो सबसे वाला पहले लिखा है कनिका, या सबसे लीस्ट वाला लिखा है पहले? मेहर प्रसाद.
काय मॅम?
तुझे लिहिलेलं आहेस ना, तुझा ॲरो असा दाखवतोय की जो तू पहिला लिहिलायस त्याच्यामध्ये मॅक्झिमम स्ट्रेंथ आहे.
नाही मॅम.
तर तो ॲरोचं हे उलट कर. त्याचं ते ॲरोचं इंडिकेशन असं दिसतंय ना मला की तो मॅक्झिमम आहे. ऑलवेज
अच्छा अच्छा.
असा पाहिजे. तुला कळलं का?
हो मॅम.
यश, वरुण, फ्रॉम युअर साइड, देन आय एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू.
मॅम म्हणजे मी असं नुसतं ते सेपरेटर सारखं वाटतं.
I got it. As I said ना,
म्हणजे लिस्ट बरोबर आहे ना माझं? लंडन
लिस्ट अगदी बरोबर आहे. सेकंड बरोबर आहे बाळा. थोडं 4th आणि 5th च्या नंबर मध्ये मिस्टेक आहे. सो इफ आय सजेस्ट यू 1, 2 इज करेक्ट. 4th number should be my 3rd number. 5th number should be my 4th number. And 5th number.
म्हणजे हायड्रोजनच्या सगळ्या स्टेबल आहे ना?
नो, आय एक्सप्लेन यू. बट मला येऊ देत. मी आय जस्ट गिव्ह मी 2 मिनिट. मला बाकीच्या दोघांना देऊ देत ना. असं सगळं स्पून फिडिंग नको. सो मला यश तुझ्याकडनं पण आन्सर येऊ देत. What about hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. London dispersion is कहाँ पे? London dispersion. वरुण, वरुणनी सिक्वेन्स बरोबर टाकलाय. वरुण, वरुण कलाकार आहे. वरुण, वरुण
ऐकतोय.
बरोबर लिहितोयस की घाबरतोय कशाला?
मॅम डायपोल आणि डायपोल इन्क्लूड डायपोल वाला मला थोडासा डाऊट होता म्हणून मी
डोंट
ते
वरी, मी आहे ना. डाऊट यायलाच पाहिजे ना. डाऊट आले, सगळेच डाऊट माझे क्लिअर झाले तर मला क्लास करायची गरजच नाही रे वरुण. साधी गोष्ट आहे ना. सो सगळे येणं इट्स नॉट एक्सपेक्टेड ओनली. यश, फ्रॉम युअर साइड. यश कुठे आहे? यश उठून जातोय का मध्ये? तू कोण जो कुठला एलियनचा ठेवलाय फोटो? यश
आहे मॅम मी.
मला उत्तर पाठव ना. आता ओरली सांग. ओरली सांग. तुला लिहायचा कंटाळा असेल तर पटकन ओरली सांग, मग मी एक्सप्लेन करते. पहिला कोण असेल? लिस्ट आधी सांग यश. हे बघ, तुक्का मारायचा आहे. बरोबर तर बरोबर, चूक तर चूक. एवढं काय एवढं इम्पॉर्टंट नाहीये. मला ऍटलीस्ट थिंकिंग, आय जस्ट वॉन्ट टू नो युअर थिंकिंग प्रोसेस. दॅट्स द मेन आयडिया. मला आन्सर बरोबर चूक याच्याशी मतलब नाहीये. मला तुमची थिंकिंग प्रोसेस टेस्ट करायची आहे. यश, क्विकली. यश
लिस्ट आयर्न डायपोल आहे का?
ओके, तू सांग मला. मी आहे ना उत्तर द्यायला नंतर. नेक्स्ट. बहुतेक यश म्हणाल ह्याने बहुतेक मला त्रास देतात. यश, झोप मोडली ना मी तुझी. ओके, पुढे.
हायड्रोजन
ओके
बॉन्डिंग.
ओके.
मग डायपोल.
ओके, नाउ आय एक्सप्लेन यू. आता येस, एव्हरीवन पे अटेन्शन. सो मला तुमची कळली प्रोसेस तुमच्या थिंकिंगची. तुम्ही अजून मी जे तुम्हाला नीट एक्सप्लेन केलेलं होतं ना, हे बघा, मला 5 आहेत. कळलं? त्यातला मी काय विचारलंय? मला लिस्ट टू मॅक्झिमम स्ट्रॉंग, लीस्ट स्ट्रॉंग टू मॅक्झिमम स्ट्रॉंग, दिस इज फाइंड आउट करना है. ओके, सो मला ना लीस्ट स्ट्रॉंग दिसतंय नॉन पोलर कोवॅलंट बॉन्ड. सो माय dispersion forces is least, उससे ज्यादा आएंगे dipole induced dipole, उसके बाद में dipole dipole, उसके बाद में hydrogen bonding, and the last one is ion dipole interaction. This is one number, this is the least, इसका है V, then dipole induced dipole is 3, dipole dipole is 1, hydrogen is 4, and ion dipole is 2. See, London dispersion forces किसके है? कोवॅलंट बॉन्ड. So यामधले फोर्स ऑफ अट्रॅक्शन खूपच छोटे असतात ना. So generally you will see all the gases, so सब मीथेन, हाइड्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन सब गैसेस है यार, क्योंकि उसका जो बॉन्डिंग है ना वो कम है, इंटरमोलिकुलर फोर्सेस लेस है. तो जो लंदन है वो उसके बाद में आएगा. अभी डायपोल इंड्यूस डायपोल है ना, तो एक्चुअली ये जो इंड्यूस डायपोल है ना, तो उसमें एक डायपोल मॉलिक्यूल है और दूसरा लाइक द वन इज पोलर कोवैलेंट बॉन्ड एंड दूसरा जो है ना वो नॉन पोलर है. तो नॉन पोलर के बीच में सबसे कम बॉन्डिंग आएगा, उसके बाद में पोलर और नॉन पोलर के बीच में आएगा, उसके बाद में पोलर बिकॉज द पोलर कोवॅलंट बॉन्ड. मी तुम्हाला मगाशीच सांगितलं की पोलर तुम्हाला एक्सप्लेन केलं ना हे ही गोष्ट की या दोघांमध्ये ही पोलर कोवॅलंट बॉन्ड आहे, पण जिसमें हाइड्रोजन होता है, द पोलर कोवॅलंट बॉन्ड विच इज हैविंग हाइड्रोजन, द स्ट्रेंथ बिकॉज हाइड्रोजन इज लीस्ट इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव, द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ दिस बॉन्डिंग is definitely high. So the bonding of this polar covalent bond is definitely high than this. So याचं bonding जास्त असतं. So जे polar covalent bond हे पण polar पण त्यांच्यामध्ये हायड्रोजन आहे, they are more strong. आणि यामध्ये एक इलेक्ट्रोवॅलंट, दिस इज आयनिक बॉन्ड कंपाउंड, आणि दुसरा आहे पोलर कोवॅलंट कंपाउंड. सो पटतंय का लॉजिकली मी काय म्हणते ते? आर यू
आता कळालं.
नाउ अंडरस्टँडिंग? कनिका, कनिका, यश, वरुण, यश, वरुण,
हो मॅम.
समजतंय का लॉजिक मी काय वापरलं ते? सो मी जेव्हा कंपॅरिझन करते तेव्हा मला बघूनच कळतं. कनिका, वरुण, आर यू अंडरस्टँडिंग? कनिका, वरुण. So this is my logic यार, this is my logic when I am applying to calculate. So मुझे ये अभी ये मुझे पढ़ने हैं, like we have to learn this force of attraction which can be present in gas, liquid. और ये मुझे मैंने just एक comparison किया है from my background knowledge logically, non-polar, least stable, देन पोलर डायपोल, क्योंकि एक पोलर है दूसरा नॉन पोलर है, सो उससे ज्यादा थोड़ा स्ट्रेंथ इसमें होगा, फिर उसके बाद में पोलर में होगा, उसके बाद में हाइड्रोजन में होगा, क्योंकि हाइड्रोजन सबसे लीस्ट है, तो सबसे जिसमें पोलर कोवैलेंट बॉन्ड में जिसमें हाइड्रोजन होता है ना वो पोलर से भी ज्यादा होता है. एंड द लीस्ट द मैक्सिमम एक तो आयोनिक है और दूसरा, so that is extremely high. So if you look at this na, look at this, so always you will find na the one which is least, they are mainly in gaseous state, and if you go on increasing the strength they will go into liquid state. And my knowledge is that between gas and liquids we have learned that the forces of attraction between the particles of the matter are definitely higher in liquids as compared to gases. So हाच पार्ट मला तुम्हाला आज एक्सप्लेन करायचा आहे. So that's what we are going to learn from this, because like if I take the total content of the chapter, हा पार्ट झाल्यावर आपल्याला आपल्या सिलेबस मध्ये in this lesson only we have gas laws, that laws and those numericals which we have already studied in my 9th standard ICSE, which is Boyle's law, Charles law and ideal gas. done with the lesson. So this is the theory part which we have to study, and the second half of the lesson is dealing with the numericals. So that is the content of the lesson. So for, when you are studying as a whole book as one test, so we should have a concept map of, a mind map is very, very good. So always na, जेव्हा आपण क्वांटम मध्ये लेसन्स करतो, when we are dealing with the 18 lessons, 20 lessons, we should have a mind map in our mind ki what is the total content of the lesson. So when I'm seeing this lesson before my exam, I should have a glance of this lesson ki ye lesson mein kya kya hai. So entire revision can be done within 10 to 15 minutes at the end of the day, before writing the full portion test, or when you are preparing for the full portion revision, you can say. Okay, so with this, let's begin. Shall we start the explanation part? So now it's too easy to understand. So मुझे ये 5 forces समझ में आए. Then we have bifurcated them from the least strong to the highest strong. Let's see the individual one. So my students right now, so we are good in chemical bonding. So मुझे ये पता है यार, जब डाइपोल इंटरेक्शन होता है तो आप लोग बात कर रहे हैं पोलर कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड्स की, and the bond which is present between the polar covalent bond. So dipole-dipole interaction, polar molecule experience dipole-dipole forces due to electrostatic. Because of the large electronegativity difference, the more electronegative will have delta negative charge, less electronegative will have the delta positive charge. Simple example, HCl molecule. So HCl molecule मध्ये जो interaction है between that hydrogen atom and the chlorine atom, that explains this interaction. Due to the electrostatic interaction between the dipoles on the neighboring molecule, what are polar molecules and polar covalent molecules? Polar covalent is described as a dipole, meaning that the molecule has two poles. The covalent bond becomes polar due to the electronegativity difference between the bonding atoms. Hence, polarity is observed in the compound containing dissimilar atom. क्योंकि जो similar atom हो गए, Cl2 एक ही Cl है element, so दोनों atoms मध्ये they will have the same electronegativity ना. So it's only possible the polar covalent compound is, or the interaction is only possible with two dissimilar atoms. For example, HCl molecule. So look, delta negative, delta positive. So one pole of the molecule has partial positive charge on hydrogen atom, while the other has got the chlorine, which has got a negative charge, we denoted by the delta, Greek letter. As a result of polarization, the molecule possesses dipole moment, and the dipole moment quantity which we can calculate. So what is the definition of dipole moment? Mu. It is a product of the magnitude of the charge Q and the distance between. So how to calculate the dipole moment? It is a product of the magnitude of the charge Q and the distance between the centers of the positively charged and the negatively charged. Simple. That is the definition of dipole moment, which we have previously seen in the chapter number 5 when we have studied about the covalent properties, like what is that bond strength, bond parameter, bond order. जब आपण ते parameters learn केलेले होते, that time we have also seen the dipole moment also. So the dipole moment is a vector quantity because it's direction based, and it is depicted by a small arrow with the tail in the positive charge and the head pointing towards the negative charge. For example, the dipole moment of HF may be represented as HF. So that cross arrow structure represents the electron density shift. Because of the more electronegative, they both are sharing the electron cloud. It's not like Na plus Cl minus ki jahan se pura electron ud gaya hai. It's not like that. Both are sharing that electron cloud, but the sharing is unequal because of the difference in electronegativity. The more strong electronegative will pull that electron cloud. It's not drifted from that, but it's more pulled because of the more of the electron density over there, it acquires delta negative charge. Delta negative is definitely less than Cl minus. Got it? And the other one will acquire delta positive. Thus, the polar molecule has a permanent dipole. This moment are permanent. It is not like induced temporary. Whenever a polar molecule encounters with the another polar molecule, the positive end of one molecule is attracted towards the negative end of the another polar molecule. that's why, you know, polar covalent compound shows some properties similar to ionic compound. See, HCl is a polar covalent molecule. त्यांनी म्हटलेला आहे दूसरा polar covalent molecule. So let's talk about, अगर मैं HCl और दूसरा H2O की बात करती हूँ, अगर मैं अमोनिया, this is one polar molecule, दूसरा polar. Look, because of the interaction, they are, HCl is soluble in water, ammonia is highly soluble in water, because what happens, this is delta positive, delta negative, delta negative, delta positive. So क्या होता है, same ये delta positive है, ये delta negative है, ये डेल्टा नेगेटिव है, ये डेल्टा पॉजिटिव है. क्या होता है, दिस हाइड्रोजन इज बाइंडिंग विद दिस एंड दिस हाइड्रोजन इज बाइंडिंग विद दिस, दिस क्लोरीन इज बाइंडिंग विद दिस ऑक्सीजन इज बाइंडिंग विद दिस, सो दे फॉर्म H3O plus plus Cl minus, NH4 plus plus OH minus. Are you understanding? So because of this permanent dipole moment, when the two polar molecules comes in contact, okay, so the bond is broken up and the ionization takes place in that water and they form ions, and that's why they are, to some extent, they are good electrolytes. So all these polar covalent compounds, generally polar covalent compound do not dissolve in water, but the polar covalent compounds, even though they are covalent compounds, they are water soluble, and in their water state they ionization takes place, and that's why they are good conductor of electricity. So all acids, bases, that's the reason they are good conductor of electricity, even though their mother molecule is a covalent bond. Salt to hote hi hai because they are having that ionic bond. So I hope you are understanding. Mer Prasad, Kanika, Yash, Varun, me se bolte the.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? So this is the logic. So this is the attraction. So these forces are, many such molecules have dipoles and their interaction is termed as a dipole-dipole interaction. These forces are generally weak with the energies of the order 3 to 4 kilojoules per mole and are significantly when the molecules are in close contact, that is in the solids and liquid state. Okay, hence C4HCl, butyl chloride, dimethyl ether, iodine chloride are dipole liquids. The molecular orientation due to dipole-dipole interaction in ICl liquid as shown in the figure. In brief, more polar the substance, greater the strength of the dipole-dipole interaction. Table 10.2 enlists several substances with a similar molecular masses but different dipole moments. From 2, it is clear that higher the dipole moment, stronger is the intermolecular forces and greater is the boiling point. Look, they have given you, first is propane, this is the molecular mass. So roughly they have given you propane and they have given you dimethyl ether, chloromethane and methyl cyanide. Roughly their molecular masses are equal. So these four are the organic compounds whose molecular masses are same, but look at their dipole moment, they are different, and because of the dipole difference is more with the same molecular mass, their boiling point is increasing. So more is the dipole moment, more is the strength of the bonding is present between them, and larger is the energy which is required to break the bond, indicating more is the boiling point. सो त्यांनी एक पॅरामीटर मध्ये सेम मॉलिक्युलर मासचे दिलेले आहेत. लुक ॲट प्रोपेन, डायमिथाइल इथर, मिथेन अँड मिथाइल सायनाइड. जितका डिफरन्स जास्त तितका बॉइलिंग पॉइंट जास्त. समजतंय? When different substances coexist in single phase, the following intermolecular attractions are present. So we have seen the first interaction, which is dipole-dipole interaction, which is present between polar covalent molecule, where they have been formed by sharing the electrons, but that sharing is not equal, which forms the polarity among the two dissimilar atom. And more is the difference, more is the dipole moment, more is the dipole moment, more is the energy required to break them into the respective delta positive and delta negative ions, and higher is their boiling point. Because of this polar dipole, you can say molecule, when it comes with the other polar dipole solvent, they are soluble in that. Got it? So hey, let's kind of move. You all all understanding the dipole-dipole interactions? Everyone? Kanika, Yash, Meher Prasad? Kanika, Yash? Yash, Kanika, are you understanding this? Good. So let's go with the second one. So after understanding ये interaction जो polar covalent में होता है, अभी हम लोग बात करते हैं जहाँ पे दो molecules है. We are talking about their interaction, जिसमें एक molecule ionic compound है और दूसरा molecule polar covalent solvent है. So what kind of the interaction it will have? See, an ion dipole force is the result of electrostatic interaction between an ion. It can be cation. जब मैं ion की बात करती हूँ तो फिर वो एक cation भी हो सकता है, anion भी होता है. For example, if I am putting sodium chloride in, sodium chloride will dissociate to form Na plus ion and Cl minus ions. So Na plus भी water के साथ interaction करेगा और Cl minus ion भी interaction करेगा. ठीक है? And the partial charges, और भी water है वो तो polar molecule है तो उस पे delta positive on hydrogen and delta negative on oxygen. So this is a case study which is given to you where the condition is एक ionic compound है, एक salt है, and other is polar covalent solvent. So now we are focusing on what kind of the interaction will be there, what will be the strength present comparatively with the other interaction. The strength of this interaction depends on the charge. Highlight it. The interaction, वो जो interaction है, it depends on the charge. Charge किसके ऊपर? जो dissociate हो रहा है उसके ऊपर का charge and the size of the ion. See, size of the ion, I know between cation and anion. Cation का size उसके respective atom से always छोटा होता है क्योंकि सोडियम atomic number 11, electronic configuration 281, और जब वो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करता है when it becomes Na plus, it just 28, so only 2 shells are there. So always for us to understand the cation, the respective cation size is always smaller than the size of the respective neutral atom. जब मैं anion की बात करती हूँ तो let's talk about Cl minus anion and Cl ion. अभी Cl 287 electronic configuration, in Cl minus it will be 288 by acquiring one extra electron. So always remember that 288 से क्या होता है, nuclear attraction तो उतना ही है 17 का, एक electron बड़ा है तो the size increases. So always remember the cation size that we have done in periodic table na, the cation size is smaller than the respective atom and the anion size is always bigger than the respective atom. And they are telling me that this interaction between ionic and polar depends on the charge on the ion and the size of that ion. Got it? So it also depends on the magnitude of the dipole moment and the size of the molecule. जैसे ये ion के इस पे important है, so magnitude of the dipole moment. कोणा सर ते पहले दोन केसेस आहेत ना, चार्ज ऑन दैट आयन एंड द साइज ऑफ द आयन, दे आर रिलेटेड विद द आयनिक कंपाउंड, और जो डायपोल मोमेंट का मैग्नीट्यूड एंड द साइज है ना वो पोलर कोवैलेंट जो सॉल्वेंट है उसका डिपेंड है. सो क्यूमुलेटिवली this interaction definitely depends on the ionic compound, its size, its charge on that ion, and it definitely depends on the polar covalent solvent, where what is the dipole moment of that solvent or what is the size of that solvent. So 4 factors determines the interaction between that ion and dipole interaction. Now let's see a condition. They have given you a figure where they have explained you the cationic interaction of that Na plus with the polar dipole solvent which is water. Now वो dissociate हो गया है, it has been formed Na plus. Look, that Na positive will combine, will form interaction, will form bond with O which is delta negative. So positive will bind with delta negative and 2H plus delta positive will form. So आपको now you will have a visual impact कि exactly कैसे ये interaction होता है. Am I right? Are you understanding what I'm telling you? Kanika, Varun, Yash, Meher Prasad, relate होता है from the diagram कि exactly what we are studying. समझता है कि नहीं? Are you understanding? Because if you understand it ना, no need to read it from the textbook also, done for my exam. समझ में आया है, एक बार समझ में आया तो भी समझ में आया, then don't need to again reading the same part. रट्टा मारून होणार नहीं है. Got it? So iron dipole forces are particularly important in aqueous solution of ionic substances such as sodium chloride. Okay, that's an example. When an ionic compound, sodium chloride, is dissolved in water, the ions get separated and surrounded by the water molecule, which we call as this phenomenon is called as hydration of sodium ions. याला काय म्हणतात? याला म्हणतात hydration of sodium ions. Cation size is always smaller than isoelectronic anions. So always remember, जे cation size आहे ना, म्हणजे तो नेहमी isoelectronic anions म्हणजे they have the same number of the electrons, that is isoelectronic ions. The charge density on the Na plus, see charge density is something related with the nuclear charge. So sodium में तो 11 है, which is Na plus, is more concentrated than anion. Since the size is smaller, the charge density is, concentrated. Wherein the size is longer, when the size is larger, the charge density is scattered. So in charge density in cation is more concentrated than the anion. This makes the interaction between Na positive and the negative end of the polar water molecule stronger than the corresponding interaction between Cl minus ion and the positive end of the polar H2O molecule. समझता है?
हो मॅम समजतंय.
कळत आहे? सो त्यांना की जे Na पॉझिटिव्हचं बाइंडिंग आहे ते Cl मायनसच्या बाइंडिंग पेक्षा जास्त स्ट्रॉंग होतं. अग्री? Clear with this concept? Now, more the charge on cation, stronger is the ion dipole interaction. For example, Mg2 plus has higher charge, smaller ionic radii, 78 picometer than sodium 98 picometer. Hence, Mg2 plus is more strongly surrounded with the water molecule and exerting the strong ion dipole interaction. Thus, the strength of interaction increases with the increase in charge on the cation and with the decrease in ionic size or radius. Therefore, ion dipole forces increase in the order Na plus, G2 plus and Al3 plus. I'll just wait for a minute. Once एकदा तुम्ही book मधनं ते read करा, understand it, and if I'll again explain you, but just read it because it's extremely in a good way they have given in the textbook. Just read this interaction. Done? कनिका, यश, किती वाजता बाळा वरुण? व्हॉट टाइम? ऑफलाईन और ऑनलाईन?
अजून काही तसं सांगितलं नाही, पण 1 to 4:30 असणार आहे.
1 to 4:30.
हो.
ओके ओके. बहुतेक आता तरी मला वाटतं सध्या तरी ऑनलाईन घेतील, कारण आता ह्यांचे रियासिया वगैरे ह्यांचे आता प्रॅक्टिकल चालू होत आहेत 12वीचे.
म्हणजे अजून सुरू नाही झालंय का ऑफलाईन?
नाही, त्यांचं बहुतेक अजून ऑफलाईन सुरू झालेलं नाहीये. त्यांना प्रॅक्टिकल्सला बोलवतात पीझोक मध्ये. आता जस्ट ते पण आता स्टार्ट झालंय, जस्ट नाव. बट द रेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग आय थिंक बाकी कंटेंटच शिकून झालेलं आहे सगळं. सो मला वाटतं आता फक्त 12th स्टँडर्डची मुलं प्रॅक्टिकल्सला जातील, कारण आता उगाच त्यांचा टाइम वेस्ट करून काय पॉईंट नाहीये ना. लाईक इट्स नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. सो ओके. सो यश, मेहर प्रसाद, हॅलो.
Hello, ma'am.
कळलंय का मेहर प्रसाद? सो द थिंग इज दॅट इन बिटवीन आयन अँड डायपोल इंटरॅक्शन, आयन इज which is a ion of ionic compound. Dipole is a polar dipole molecule, so Na plus Cl minus, and it's a water, for example. So that ion dipole interaction, it depends on 4 factors. 2 factors are of the ionic compound, 2 factors of the polar covalent compound. Ionic compound, the first factor, it depends on the size of the cation, charge of that ion. Polar covalent solvent, it depends on the dipole moment of that polar, the difference between the dipole electronegativity and the size. As they said, in this interaction, always the cation interaction is much stronger than the anion interaction, and because of the size of the cation is smaller than the size of the anion, and Na plus more than Cl minus will be bonded with H plus, that Na plus will has bit. So there is a like there is a competition between Na plus to form with the O minus, and there is a competition between Cl minus to bond with the H plus. So always Na plus, the more strength of the bond is with Na plus and O delta minus. So they will form a bond, and this is the, even though the ions are present, the ions with the polar covalent molecule, they will have the more strength, the more strong interaction. So if I'm NaCl, MgCl2 and AlCl3. In Na, only 1 plus charge, Mg2 plus and 3 plus. So what they said, ki the formation of bonding is maximum with aluminium. So more of the charge, more is the interaction. Got it? Less is the size of that solvent, more is the interaction. More is the dipole moment, more is the interaction. More is the less is the size. So less is the size, more is the interaction. Got it? More is the charge, more is the interaction. So if this has been done, let's come to the dipole. Just give me 5-10 minutes. So आपण इतका complete करूया. So dipole induced in dipole interaction. यामध्ये the dipole is NH3, which is a dipole polar covalent molecule. C6H6 benzene is a non-polar dipole molecule, non-polar covalent bond. So to जेव्हा basically to when it comes in contact with this non-polar molecule, तो polar त्या non-polar मध्ये एक temporary हे जे पहिले दोन मी इंटरॅक्शन्स बघितले ना, they are permanent. They are permanent. Whereas the third one is a temporary, because the moment you remove that polar covalent compound, again that interaction will stop, and again that non-polar will become the complete non-polar with no charge formation on it. So when a polar molecule like water and ammonia and a non-polar molecule like benzene, because it's a liquid thing, approach each other, the polar molecules induced dipole in the non-polar molecule. Hence, the temporary dipoles are formed by shifting of the electron clouds in the non-polar molecule. For example, ammonia is polar and has a permanent dipole moment, while benzene C6H6 is a non-polar and has zero dipole moment. The interaction developed between the polar and the non-polar molecule is of the type dipole-induced dipole interaction. It can be seen in the figure in the following way. Look at that ammonia, delta negative nitrogen, delta positive hydrogen. C6H6 is a completely non-polar molecule, but when they come together, because the benzene is a liquid and that's a gas, so that delta negative will be there on nitrogen, delta positive there on the hydrogen, but because of that very thin, it is C6H6, which is a delta positive, delta negative induced polarity has been created on the benzene. Agree? Clear with the concept? समझता है? कनिका, यश, मेहर प्रसाद, वरुण?
Oh, ma'am.
Everyone? So abhi मैं ये explain करूंगी. After the class, you are going to pen down it, because let's utilize the class for understanding it, because we are not a school kid. So let's utilize the class, whatever that, like, for the under. So I'm going to explain you about this part, and then you are going to pen down it later on after the class gets over. So आपको सब कुछ लिखना है. Whatever I have explained you, mainly I'm more interested in the types of intermolecular forces. First page, no need to write anything. Only write about the types and the examples and how you can prove their interaction. Now the fourth one, which is the London dispersion forces. The study of the intermolecular forces present among the non-polar molecule or the individual atoms of the noble gas is very interesting. For example, benzene C6H6 has zero dipole moment and experiences no dipole-dipole forces, yet exist in liquid state. In case of non-polar molecule and the inert gases, only dispersion forces exist. Dispersion also called as London forces due to the idea of momentarily dipole, which was proposed by German physicist Fritz London in 1930. These forces are also called as van der Waals forces. It is the weakest intermolecular forces that develop due to the interaction between the two non-polar molecules. In general, all atoms and molecules experience London dispersion forces, which result from the motion of electrons. At any given instant of time, the electron distribution in any atom may be asymmetrical, giving the atom a short-lived dipole moment. This momentary dipole on one atom can affect the electron distribution in the neighboring atoms and induce momentarily dipoles in them. As a result, attractive forces are being formed. Develops. For example, substances composed of molecules like O2, CO2, N2, halogens, methane, helium, and other noble gases show van der Waals force of attraction. Got it? तुम्हाला कळतंय हे डिस्पर्जन फोर्सेस लंडन? त्यांना काय म्हणायचं आहे की हे जे नॉन पोलर कोव्हॅलंट कंपाऊंड्स आहेत, दे डोंट हॅव डायपोल मोमेंट. सो त्यांच्यामध्ये अजिबात डायपोल मोमेंट नाहीये, तरी ते कसे एकमेकांशी तो जो मॉलिक्युल्स आहेत ते एका मॅटरमध्ये ते एकमेकांचे कसे एक फॉर्म मॅटर करतात, एक स्पेस ऑक्युपाय करतात. द रिझन इज दॅट दे आर हॅव्हिंग सम फोर्स ऑफ अट्रॅक्शन बिटवीन देम. That is we call as a London forces of van der Waals forces. And if we compare with the other interactions, this London forces, they have the weakest interaction. Now they are telling you that most of the non-polar covalent compounds, because they are very far away from each other, but still there is an exception, which is benzene. Benzene is a non-polar covalent compound. Even though there is no dipole moment, how do benzene exist in liquid form? See, why that benzene exists in liquid form? The reason why because the reason behind that liquid state is the electron distribution, the distortion in electron distribution. So what happens in the atom? The electrons are there, they are not changing their position, but distortion of that electron cloud causes temporary magnetic moment in that molecule. That temporary magnetic moment, which has been caused in one atom, that causes the temporary magnetic moment in the another atom, thereby disturbing also its electron clouds. And this is the way, because of that distortion of the electron clouds is in benzene. So because of that, if you talk about the non-polar covalent compounds, त्यामध्ये बेन्झीन मध्ये ते लिक्विड स्टेट मध्ये का आहे आणि बाकीचे गॅसेस स्टेट मध्ये का आहेत, तर हे जे डिस्टॉर्शन आहे ना इलेक्ट्रॉन क्लाउडचं, ते बेन्झीन मध्ये थोडंसं जास्त आहे. त्यामुळे बेन्झीन हे लिक्विड स्टेट मध्ये, कारण त्यातला तर थोडासा स्ट्रेंथ वाईज थोडासा एक डायपोल मोमेंट क्रिएट होतो, that makes that benzene molecule in the liquid state, whereas the other non-polar covalent compound exist in gaseous state. Are you understanding? मी हे करून थांबणार आहे. I'm going to explain the hydrogen forces. नंतर मी करणार एक्सप्लेन, बिकॉज त्याला थोडासा वेळ लागेल. सो हे इथपर्यंत कळतंय का? मेहर प्रसाद, यश, वरुण, कनिका.
हो मॅम.
आता आपण ना अगेन फॉर एक्झाम्पल substances composed of molecules such as O2, okay, the strength of the London forces increases with increase in molecular size and the molecular mass. Molecular size मोठा है, molecular mass मोठा है in comparison with the H2, O2, Cl2. थोडक्यामध्ये नॉन पोलर कोवॅलंट कंपाऊंड मला कसं कळेल की त्याचा टेम्पररी डायपोल मोमेंट क्रिएट कधी होईल, त्या नॉन पोलर कोवॅलंट कंपाऊंडचं मॉलिक्युलर मास जेवढं जास्त तितका टिप इंड्यूस डायपोल मोमेंट जास्त. आता H2 चा तर मास खूप कमी आहे, O2, Cl2, C6H6. So among these four, if I calculate in terms of their masses, the highest molecular mass is C6H6, then Cl2, then O2, and then H2. The one which is having the maximum molecular mass or the atomic mass should have more strength of these London forces. Got it? So it depends on the molecular size, molecular mass, the number of the electron present. So highlight करा. फोर्सेस आहेत ते कुणावर डिपेंड होतात? मॉलिक्युलर साईज वर डिपेंड होतात, मॉलिक्युलर मास वर डिपेंड होतात, आणि नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेझेंट त्याच्यावर डिपेंड होतात. When the two non-polar molecules approach each other, attractive and the repulsive forces between their electrons and the nuclei will lead to the distortions in the size of the electron cloud and the property referred to as a polarizability. The polarizability is the measure of how easily the electron cloud of an atom is distorted by applying electric field. It is a property of atom, the ability to form momentarily dipoles, that means the ability of another molecule to become polar by redisturbing its electron is called as a polarizability. More number of the electron, higher is the ability to become polar. Similarly, more the spread out of the shape, higher the dispersion forces present. So एक गोष्ट लक्षात ठेवा, जितकं त्या नॉन पोलर कोवॅलंट कंपाऊंडचं मॉलिक्युलर साईज मोठा, जितके जास्त त्याच्या ऍटम्स मध्ये इलेक्ट्रॉन, तितका जास्त स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द लंडन फोर्सेस. सो मी ज्या हायड्रोकार्बन्सचा विचार केला, तर बेसिकली स्ट्रेट लाईन चेन, ब्रांच चेन, तर मला सायक्लिक चेन यामध्ये जितके मॉलिक्युलर मास जास्त, तितका त्याची स्ट्रेंथ जास्त, more will be the, you can say the interactions will be more strong. Got it? Agree? Hello everyone, समजतंय? Hello?
हो मॅम.
कळतंय? Kanika, Meher Prasad, Yash, are you understanding this?
Yes ma'am.
So please, I'll stop over here. The rest of the hydrogen bonding and the rest of the part we'll do later on. फक्त हे लिहून काढा. सो हे जे आपण आज एक्सप्लेन केलेलं आहे ते जस्ट राईट इट डाऊन. आपण कधी ठरवला होता आपला नेक्स्ट क्लास? आपला संडेला तर आपण घेणार आहोत. आता उद्या घ्यायला तर प्रॉब्लेम इज दॅट की ओमकार उद्या येईल, पण ते दोघं उद्या येणार नाहीत. सो उद्या मी सकाळी घेतला तर चालेल का? कॅन आय टेक इन द मॉर्निंग? हॅलो,
चालेल मॅम.
चालेल मॅम.
चालेल. सो कॅन आय टेक ॲट 8 o'clock?
चालेल मॅम.
ठीक आहे. कनिका या, हॅलो कनिका, यश, कनिका,
चालेल मॅम.
कनिका, 8 to 9 will be okay? हेलो कनिका, आपका कितने बजे कमिटमेंट है? हॅलो, चलेगा? सो या इट्स बेटर. सो एक फक्त मेहर प्रसाद काम कर, जी मुलं आज ऍबसेंट आहेत ना, जस्ट डू अ रेकॉर्डिंग परमिशन. या फाईन. सो 7:30 ला पण मला हरकत 7:30 चा क्लास अटेंड करू शकता. पण ठीक आहे, इतना कुछ इतना